time for This Week in Clarksville. And now, here's your host, Stephanie Miller.
Welcome to This Week in Clarksville on this Thursday, November 3rd. I'm your host, Stephanie Miller. It's been a couple months now since our new county mayor, Wes Golden, was elected into office. He's settling in nicely and was gracious enough to give me his time. We're going to hear what his first few weeks have been like and what he means by an open door policy. Also on today's show, we learn about the critical need for blood donations every day. I catch up with the Regional Operations Director of Blood Insurance. He shares with me how you are doing more than saving a life when you make your blood donation. Also today, we get the 411 on thrift shopping. I sit down with a local business owner who shares with me what you need to look for if you're going out thrifting this holiday season. But first, let's check in with Main Street Clarksville's reporter Sherry Reeves to find out what's making the wrap in this week's edition of Main Street Clarksville.
This is the wrap for the November 3rd edition of Main Street Clarksville. County leaders are wanting the state's help in locating a juvenile justice center in the Clarksville area. Read why Montgomery County Mayor Wes Golden feels that facility needs to provide more than just detention. A Montgomery County manufacturing company has decided to invest $1.4 million in the local expansion here in Clarksville. The city of Clarksville will be spending millions on an updated sidewalk plan to make it safer for kids who have to walk to school. Early voting ends on Thursday, so if you don't vote today, prepare to visit your local precinct on Election Day, Tuesday, November 8th. We have the sample ballot again in this week's paper to help you prepare. And Halloween is now over, and we have stories and photos of some of the festivities that took place over the weekend, even a visit to Rotary Park's Fall Festival with our own Stephanie Miller as Maleficent. And that's the wrap. I'm Sherry Reeves, Main Street, Clarksville.
Thank you, Sherry. Stick with us here on This Week in Clarksville. Coming up, we're sitting down with our new county mayor, Wes Golden.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners, and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louis team, leading you home.
What was our favorite part of the chapter?
Well, first, has anyone seen Chris?
You know, she was just in the bathroom. I know. Guys, it's rooms for less.
So what about the chair?
Yeah, rooms for less. I mean, I love it too. Love it. I just got it. It's amazing. All right, book club at Rooms for Less next week.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way. When flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage, it ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
Welcome back to This Week in Clarksville. I have a special guest today. So we have our new county mayor here in Montgomery County, Mr. Wes Golden. First off, I know your time is short. Usually you have so much happening. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
It's so nice, to be able to sit next to you. Great energy. When I walked in, just all smiles, really good energy. How do you keep this up? How do you keep this momentum? I know you've been in, a month now. How are you keeping your energy up?
Well, one of the things that we do is we preach positivity. And I send it out in emails, I tell people about it. And for me, I can't let one little thing ruin my day. I can't let two little things ruin my day or two or three big things ruin my day, because everything's going to be different here in about 2 minutes. Things happen very quickly around here, so you just have to go with the flow, stay positive, and make change where you can.
Well, then share with us what it's been like for you since day one.
Yeah, I hear the term drinking water through a fire hose. That's probably an understatement. It's a lot to take in when you come in at first, and you're trying to get a handle on everything, learn as much as you can, and I've been trying to do that for 2 years prior to getting here as well. But initially coming in, we've been meeting with each department head, elected official, trying to share what our vision is, but also get a pulse on what's going on, hear where their roadblocks are, what are their speed bumps, and how can we remove those to help them be more efficient, better help the community.
So as you move forward, again, this position is not without its challenges, the obstacles, though you don't know what's going to be coming up. How do you plan to tackle anything that comes your way?
So we look at everything on priorities and who's it going to impact the most and what's going to be best for Montgomery County as a whole. And before getting here, I met with a lot of members of the community, a lot of these big stakeholders, people that work for the school system, people that are in industry, Fort Campbell, Austin Peay, Nashville State Community College, meeting with all the different people just to see what everybody think that where their needs are and where our community is going and growing. So, and what we ran on was focusing on our children, infrastructure, and public safety. So as challenges come in, as needs come in, we still try to look at those main priorities right there. And also talking about how we grow. So on really the first meeting where we put the agenda together here, we were able to pass some incentives to help develop in our downtown area for developers. And that's one of the things that we ran on. We said we're continuing to grow out into the county, the sprawl that you keep hearing, right? And that type of growth causes a negative impact on our financials. Yeah, it does not pay for itself. Creating new roads that we're going to have to continue to take care of, new infrastructure we're going to have to take care of. So we're looking for ways to grow up instead of out. And first meeting, we were able to pass something to do that, to start down that process, right? So we're going to keep our focus on those priorities over the next few years.
Well, I know when someone in your position, it always helps to have a really good, strong support system. Can you share with us the support system that you have?
Well, first and foremost, my wife, Sarah. That's my lifeline, and I couldn't do any of this without her. She is absolutely amazing, and she has a big job as well, and then helping take care of her 3 kids, and it's in my busy schedule. I got home at 8 o'clock last night, and we had an event over at Austin Peay that we had a forum just trying to keep getting the message out there and what we're working on, what we're doing here. And she was there with our oldest daughter. So
very nice, very nice. A couple other questions for you. What is that open door policy for you? If someone needs to take, talk to you, to bend your ear, like what is that open door policy like?
So one of the things that I've talked about is closed mouths don't get fed. So I do have an open door policy. I had a meeting right before this one where somebody challenged me on that and said, I hear you have an open door policy, so can I come see you?
So it might be nice to maybe just schedule a little bit of time, but knowing that they
It was scheduled.
Okay,
yes, it was scheduled, but that person came in, and I think everybody left smiling, so
that's always great.
That's always a good thing.
Last question. What is something that we don't know about you that you would like for other people to know?
Oh man, for social media, I don't know what you could not know about me nowadays.
Very true.
So some of my passions, just about all the organizations that I've been involved with help local kids here. I've been in the Bikers Who Care for 24 years.
They did tell me that when I interviewed them. I had the pleasure of sitting down with a couple individuals.
Oh, really?
Who care. Awesome guys. Awesome.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
they spoke highly of you.
Well, that makes me feel good. I've been a member for 24 years, so hopefully they know me very well. But I still love riding motorcycles. Rode one on my first day here to the job, and rode my dad's old bike. And a buddy of mine, he said, when I ride my dad's bike, he said, my hands were right where his hands were, my feet were right where his feet were, and I'm feeling the same thing that he felt last time he rode it.
Wow.
Oh, it's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, Mr. Golden, thank you for your time. I appreciate this. And this is not going to be the last time that we sit down. You know, I hope to catch up with him every, 6 months or so, just to see
Absolutely.
how things are going. So I appreciate this. Don't go anywhere. We have much more coming up here on This Week in Clarksville right after this.
At Miss Lucille's, we go for apple pie. A place that feels like a home away from home. A comfortable place to bring your family from out of town. It's a place where great conversations are had. It's a place where you can shop 200 small businesses in one location. It's a place for you to shop for gifts for any occasion or just to treat yourself. Come on down to Miss Lucille's. You'll be glad you did.
The West Group at Southwest Funding has a combined 29 plus years of experience in the local mortgage market. It's our top priority to make sure the client is well informed and has a transparent loan process. Our focus is to make your journey to home ownership as seamless as possible. Once you close with the West Group, you are family for life. To become part of the happy West Group family of clients, call 931-266-0013 or visit us at thewestgroupswf.com.
At Miss Lucille's, we go for apple pie. A place that feels like a home away from home. A comfortable place to bring your family from out of town. It's a place where great conversations are had. It's a place where you can shop 200 small businesses in one location. It's a place for you to shop for gifts for any occasion or just to treat yourself. Come on down to Miss Lucille's. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to This Week in Clarksville. I'm your host, Stephanie Miller, and we're getting ready to talk about blood donations with the Regional Director of Operations from Blood Assurance, Mr. Jerry Antoine. Thank you so much for giving me your time.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, you're welcome. So when we talk about blood donations, first give us a little background of Blood Assurance. I know sometimes when you think about blood donations, you do think Red Cross, but there's another entity, and that's you guys.
Yes, well, we are your local community blood center. Blood Assurance has been in operations for the last 50 years. And here in Clarksville, we are your local blood supplier to Nova Healthcare here in Clarksville. And so we reach across the communities to educate the community about who Blood Assurance is and why we're here. We operate in 5 states, in North Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, and Kentucky, supplying over 70 hospitals every day with blood and blood products.
You know, when we talk about blood donations, there are different times of the year where you have that need. So around the holidays, or if there's an emergency that happens. Jerry and I were talking before we started the interview, and you said something about the faceless patient who really who are really impacted by blood donations every day.
Yeah, so many times we hear about emergencies or disasters on TV and the need for blood and blood products. But what we do not hear about are the patients who are in the hospitals every day who require blood and blood products as part of their treatment and therapies. And so those stories never get told. Maybe you have somebody that walk into an emergency room and they're diagnosed with a cancer and they need a blood transfusion right away. You don't hear about that on the 5 o'clock news. And so those are the patients, those are the faceless patients that we fight for every day, that we try to help educate the community as to why it's so important to always have blood on the shelf.
And you know, you were saying it's not just about saving a life. So what your blood donation also does, it also makes possible, it just gives more time to that patient. with their families.
Yeah, that's right. So from a personal experience, I can tell you that when people donate blood, and the main purpose is to help save lives, but we also know that some patients succumb to their disease or whatever it is that they've been battling. But those blood products they receive from blood donors allows them to have more time with their family and friends. It gives them thousands of extra kisses and a lot of extra hugs, and allows them to have closure with family and friends. So yes, giving blood helps save lives, but it provides hope. It provides sustaining life so that loved ones have a chance to say goodbye to their loved ones.
And as we've been talking, you've been seeing some video of the blood donation process. There's so many local blood drives happening. If there's a business out there that's like, you know what, we see this, we would like to host our own blood drive, how do they do that?
Yeah, the great question. So we're always looking for new sponsor groups to join the team of sponsors here at Blood Assurance who are working to save lives every day. And they can reach us at bloodassurance.org. Okay. They can go there, they can fill out the information. We'll receive that information and then contact them right away. They can also reach me at my office, and that number is 615-637-0515. Be glad to take your call, talk to you about what it takes to sponsor a blood drive, and then work with you to find a day that we can come and allow everybody to donate.
Fantastic. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you would like to share with those watching?
Well, I think what's really important right now, as we're getting ready to celebrate Halloween, and the kids are busy and they're all excited about going trick-or-treating. And as soon as Halloween is over with, we're going to be diving into Thanksgiving holiday and trying to make travel plans and go grocery shopping. And then Christmas comes and Hanukkah comes right after that. Please don't forget, there are patients who need you during this time of the year to spend 1 hour right here at our blood center off Wilma Rudolph Boulevard. Come in, roll up a sleeve, donate a blood product, be a platelet donor, help the patients during the holiday season.
And for those who have given blood, I know I'm a regular donor, it doesn't take long. You're in here, and really all you have to do before you come, just make sure you eat.
That's right. Eat and drink, and you can answer your questions online by going to bloodassurance.org. Come on in and visit Shawan and Benjamin. They run this facility here. They'd be glad to see you. We're always looking for extra platelet donors.
Yes, sir.
So if you're interested in platelets, come on by, talk to us. We'll show you the whole program.
Thank you so much. It has been such a treat talking with you and getting to know you, dear. I look forward to sitting down in the future and highlighting more opportunities to give blood and to host blood drives. So
sounds great. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, stick with us. We have more coming up right here on This Week in Clarksville right after this.
I just love your living room set. Do you mind if I ask where you got it?
You're not gonna believe this, but Rooms for Less.
No way. I thought with the whole less thing.
No, not at all. The whole less is really more. More quality, more name brand, more selection.
Excuse me, one moment. Rooms for Less? Yes, I'm calling about a living room set. Great, I'm on my way.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners, and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louis team, leading you home.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way. When flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage, it ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
With sports reporter Brady McAtamney. It's been a minute, Brady, since I've seen you. Good to see you again. What do you have for this week?
Yeah, so we're looking forward to the high school football playoffs starting this week. 3 area teams are going to be competing, including 2 at home, which we haven't seen in a little while. So it's good to see some high school football playoffs coming to Clarksville. Clarksville High is going to be the number 2 seed in their region, facing John Overton out of Nashville. Clarksville Academy is going to be facing Lakeway Christian, a far-off school, but they're welcoming some faraway visitors this week. And Northeast is heading down to the Memphis area to face Bloodford. Some big games all around there. As for the other teams, their seasons are all over. But West Creek got a huge win over Hendersonville to end their season, so huge for that program. I know they're very excited about that, even if they aren't continuing on to the playoffs. We're also here at the Dunn Center for the start of the Austin P men's basketball season, so also very exciting for Govs fans, and I know that they're looking forward to this season.
100%, we sure are. And can't wait to catch up with you and continuing to look at basketball season. But the best of luck to the teams that we do still have playing as far as high school football. We wish you all the best, and again, really good luck to you. Awesome, Brady. We will check in with you then again next week. Stay right here. We have more coming up on This Week in Clarksville after this.
The West Group at Southwest Funding has a combined 29 plus years of experience in the local mortgage market. It's our top priority to make sure the client is well informed and has a transparent loan process. Our focus is to make your journey to home ownership as seamless as possible. Once you close with the West Group, you are family for life. To become part of the Happy West Group family of clients, call 931-266-0013 or visit us at thewestgroupswf.com.
Give it up. Where'd you get it?
Rooms for less.
Get out! You gotta be kidding me!
Have you ever noticed that the guys' voices get really high when they get excited? I haven't really noticed that before.
Oh yeah, you should see their selections of sofas and recliners. I mean, oh my gosh, I about lost my mind. I should take you there sometime. I mean, there's more stuff that I want to get. I can't believe you got all this from Rooms for Less.
Welcome back to This Week in Clarksville. I don't know about you, but I do enjoy trying to thrift shop, but I am no expert, and I'm turning to someone who has a lot of background in thrifting. I have Abby Pruitt with me today. First off, Abby, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me, Stephanie.
You're welcome. You know, so many people do this for fun. Abby has actually turned her hobby into a career. You do this full time. First, give us the roundabout overview of thrift shopping.
Yeah, so basically finding good local thrift shops in your area. Mm-hmm. There are some more expensive ones, and then there's cute little mom and pop ones that you can find really good stuff for cheap. There's definitely a lot that goes into it, mm-hmm. but if you're really patient, it can definitely pay off if you're wanting some unique pieces that aren't, that everyone has, and just wanting good quality stuff. Yeah.
What is that saying? Patience is a virtue. And I want to show you some video right now. I followed Abby around the other day just to kind of see her process as she's looking through items. We were at Goodwill for this. She found a couple of items there. She does, tend to turn to Goodwill and other shops regularly. But watching you, and I'm like, what do you look for? How do you know? Everything she went to pick up, I would not have thought that that's the item that you would grab. Mm-hmm. What do you look for? How does this work?
Yeah, so I don't really look through each piece because that takes a long time. I like to look through the entire store. Mm-hmm. So I'll look for fabric and color. I kind of narrow those two down. So I like more muted stuff, but a lot of people might like color, and so they might, get a bright blue, but like I will kind of pass by those. That's just how I like to scour through the store. But yeah, I'll look for fabric. So I might look for like a linen or like a thicker knit if it's winter.
Okay.
But I love a good linen in the summer. And just like the quality of the fabric. So I can kind of browse by, and just by like literally looking, I can just pick out the things I'm like, oh, this might be cute, and I'll look at it and then decide, you know. So I kind of just skim by everything and try to get a good, I don't know, a good view of, you know, pieces. So.
Right, no, I get that. You were also looking at the label. What do you look for on a label? And this was interesting to me of how you can find good quality items, and you can kind of tell by the label.
Yeah, so on the label you have obviously the fabric and the material. So I love to look for natural fibers that's not man-made, made of plastic or anything. So I'll look for more of cotton or 100% silk or 100% like ramie, which is like a ramie cotton. Then there's flax, which they're just really good 100% all natural material. So, you know, they're gonna last, and they're not made of, you know, plastic. So you have polyester, that's I try to stay away from, just synthetic fibers. So yeah, I'll try to stay away from those ones because they're not going to last as long, and they're more cheaply made.
And then again, go over the ones you do look for.
Yeah, so cotton, linen, flax, ramie, silk, stuff like that. Yeah, those are kind of the main ones.
Very interesting. So, and you have some samples for us that you can show us when it comes to texture. I wish you could be here with us here at Abby so you could feel the items, but kind of explain to us like this particular sweater.
Yeah, so like for me, if this was on a rack, if I was walking by, I probably would immediately see just from literally this little angle and notice that like, okay, that looks like a really good material. So this is a cotton, and it's a vintage piece. I actually got from a friend who has a thrift shop up in, or actually over in California. So she found this in California, but like, this is one that I found, which is flax, which is a very expensive brand. It's 100% linen, and it's made in Lithuania. And actually has really cute little sayings on it. So it says, "I am releasing everything that is best for me to let go of now." So like that's on the tag. That's so cute.
I would buy that just because of the tag. Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
this is our guest star today. Yeah. This is Willa. This is Abby's star. So that, I mean, it's such a great find. And by looking at it, it looks good quality.
Yes, so yeah, the 100% linen, it's lasted over time, which is really nice about finding vintage pieces, because you had someone else already buy the piece and see if it's like stood the test of time.
I love your kisses. You are so sweet, precious pup. And what else? You had some jeans over there.
Yes. So a big thing right now is Levi's, which I found a pair of Levi's shorts, which I haven't posted these or anything, but they're orange tab Levi's, which is very rare. They don't make the orange tabs anymore. So it's just a older version, probably like, I think it's I can't remember if it's 1980s. But these are just a really rare find. And of course, you know, they're made of 100% cotton, and yeah, they're just a good vintage find. But I was in Pennsylvania 2 weeks ago, and I found some vintage Coach purses.
Oh, stop this. Now take a look.
So I found 2 of them, which I was pumped about, because, you know.
Now, what do you do to, I guess, revive them in a way?
So, leather cleaner.
Okay.
So I'll probably use some leather cleaner on them, make sure they're good and intact. And this one still has the, you know, the bag that it came with and everything. So.
Oh, I would love to have this. That is nice. So leather cleaner for purses. Abby was also sharing with me the products that you use when you do find items at a thrift store, how you wash them. And again, I use the word revive, but kind of bring them a fresher, cleaner look.
Yeah, so sometimes they can have that old smell. So I'm always trying to like figure out how to get the smell out. So I usually use baking soda and vinegar, and we'll do a soak in them. And if there's a spot or anything on there, I'll use Shout to clean it out, you know. And then if it says, you know, you need to line dry it or whatever, I'll try to respect the tag, you know. But yeah, there's not too many things, but I do have this one detergent that is She's expensive detergent, but it's really good and it gets the smell out. It's a Tyler Candle company called Glamour Wash. So it's like a concentrate, and I'll use that. And that one's really good.
Oh, that's really good. So, and she uses that because, again, she does have her own company, Gathered & Co., that you can follow on Instagram, and you can see some of her finds because, again, you post it all, you sell it, you put it out there. And again, the items that you find, I would probably pass up. But when I see it, when you post it, I'm like, that is beautiful. That, you know, could work for me, whether it be a shirt, pair of pants, or even a household item that you find.
Yes, I love finding household things because that's another thing that I feel like we have too much of in the world. So it's nice to find good vintage pieces. That.
Now, what do you look for in that case?
Yeah, so, well, I really love copper pieces. So I'll look for that. Really just anything that I feel like is classic and not really trendy.
Okay.
You know, like stuff that's always been around. And like I love just different styles, like more like the vintage and like Paris and like that kind of old-timey look. So I'll look for stuff like that. But
shop for me anytime. I'm sure some others might be saying that. Here's a look at Gathered & Co. on Instagram. That's where you can find Abby's finds, as you will. You can find them there. I want to share one more thing before we leave Abby today. You have a superstition, and I love it, because as we were going through the store, she was diligently picking things up, putting them on the hanger. Share your superstition with us.
Yeah, so if I'm shopping and I see that there's, you know, sometimes a sleeve will be like hanging off of the hanger, and it's, you know, like all lopsided, and some people just throw it over, you know, the rack or something, and they're not respectful. So I have to go and fix it. I don't know why, but I'm like, I have to fix it or I'm gonna have a bad thrift day. And then the poor workers are, you know, having to fix everything.
Right.
So it's just like, if you're already there, might as well just quickly put it back on the hanger. So that's my superstition, you know.
Well, I can't wait to share more from Abby in the future, to go through different seasons. Maybe we can just tag along and do some looking with you, and then as we get closer to the holidays, because I'm pretty sure you can find some great stuff for good gifts.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the best. A thrifted Christmas gift is the best.
I love it. I love it. Is there anything else that I haven't asked that people might need to know before they start their thrift shopping, if they're looking to do that?
Yeah, so I would have a list in mind of what you're wanting, but honestly, the best part of thrift shopping is like finding the opportunities for clothing you might not have thought I needed this, or I mean, it's good to have stuff in mind, but sometimes you might find a really cool piece that you're like, I'm so thankful I picked that up.
100%.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Abby, we appreciate you so much. Abby Pruitt from Gathered & Co. Again, that's on Instagram. And her dog, Willow. Thank you guys for joining me today. Stick with us here. We have more coming up on This Week in Clarksville right after this.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners, and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louis team, leading you home.
The West Group at Southwest Funding has a combined 29 plus years of experience in the local mortgage market. It's our top priority to make sure the client is well informed and has a transparent loan process. Our focus is to make your journey to home ownership as seamless as possible. Once you close with the West Group, you are family for life. To become part of the happy West Group family of clients, call 931-266-0013 or visit us at thewestgroupswf.com.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way when flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage. It ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
Main Street Clarksville reporter Sherry Reeves is kicking booty in her fitness journey. It's been just over a month since Sherry walked into her first class at Acme Athletics with certified trainer Brandon Anderson. I caught up with Sherry last Friday to check in on her progress, and she tells me that she's surprised with how the readers have responded to her sharing her story.
There are a few out there, and they know who they are, that I run into every once in a while, Kroger or whatever, and they'll say, you know, I've really been thinking about doing it. And another lady I saw at a different Kroger, I go to Kroger a lot, a different Kroger said, you know, I read your articles and it inspired me to get going. She said she had some injuries and she was working back, and she said, I've started working on that, so thank you. And so I never expected that kind of a response.
You're crushing it and truly are an inspiration. If you'd like to follow Sherry's fitness journey, you can do that by picking up a Main Street Clarksville paper or by going to mainstreetclarksville.com. Let's go over some of the fun events happening in our area this weekend. It all starts tonight with the popular First Thursday Art Walk in downtown Clarksville. This is from 5 to 8 p.m. This gives you a chance to meet many of our local artists. On Friday, head over to Miss Lucille's for Miss Lucille's Holiday Sip Plus Stroll around Miss Lucille's Marketplace. The event starts at 6 and runs till 9. Do a little bit of holiday shopping, all while sipping on a holiday-themed cocktail. And then on Saturday, it is time for our Veterans Day Parade. This year's theme is Salute to Veterans in Law Enforcement. Now, the Veterans Day Parade will start at 10 a.m. at Austin Peay State University. Starting ceremonies will take place here at the courthouse, and that will kick off at 9 in the morning. The Veterans Day celebration will continue that evening at 5 p.m. That is happening at Kleeman Recreation Center, and that is located at 166 Cunningham Lane. Then on Saturday, get your shopping shoes on because it's Q108's Vintage Fair and Holiday Marketplace at Beach Haven Winery. So from 9 to 4 in the afternoon, you can do a lot of holiday shopping. The cost to get in is $5. Kids 12 and under, well, they get in for free, so let the kiddos tag along for this fun holiday shopping experience. Looking ahead to next Tuesday, there is a fun hike that will take place. Clarksville's Park and Rec is hosting a full moon hike at McGregor Park, so head over there on Tuesday evening, enjoy a peaceful hike, and then have a hot drink after you're finished. And you know what time it is for now? It is time for our weekly recipe. This one is a holiday, to me, holiday-themed recipe. It is a cream cheese green bean casserole. Like many others, I scroll through cookbooks, I look throughout Pinterest to find some really delicious recipes, and I came across this one, and I love cream cheese, so this is definitely a favorite of mine now. Take a look as I'm going through the ingredients in the recipe. You have 3 cups of milk, 2 ounces of Lipton onion soup and dip mix, 8 ounces of cream cheese, 5 cups of chopped green beans, frozen mind you, 1.2 cups of real bacon, 1 cup of French's fried onions. Now for the topping, you need 15 Ritz crackers, 1 cup of French's fried onions, 1/4 cup melted butter, 2 tablespoons of real bacon bits. So as you're putting everything together, go ahead, preheat the oven to 375. Get a saucepan, pour your milk into that large saucepan, add the onion soup mix, stir it well, bring it to a boil. Then you add the cream cheese and the frozen green beans. You also add the bacon bits and your 1 cup of fried onions, stir it really well, and reduce the heat to low. As that is on low, go ahead and pour the crushed Ritz crackers into a mixing bowl with the 1 cup of fried onions and the melted butter. Once you mix that together, dump the green beans into a greased 9-inch square baking dish. If you want to make a little more, you can. If you'd like to make a little less, you can do that too. But make sure that you spread that mixture out evenly. Sprinkle the topping mixture over the green beans, add the bacon bits on top of that, pop it into the oven for 14 to 16 minutes, and then you have a delicious cream cheese green bean casserole. I hope you like it. Well, thank you so much for joining us for This Week in Clarksville. I hope you have a blessed Thursday and a fun-filled weekend, and hope you join us for next week's showing of This Week in Clarksville.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of This Week in Clarksville. We'll see you next time.